run a milsim. I have for 4 years. That's what I do. That's my only claim to fame is the fact that I run a combat milsim. So in that place, for 4 years, we've done combat trainings, combat logistics, operations, so on and so forth. We are a Marine Corps milsim. You have never heard of us, and that's because we don't like to spread it out there. You're gonna just like milsim. That's it. You're never gonna get the name unless you really want to know the name, because then you get it. But other than that, that's what I do. I have been doing that for 4 years straight, no interruption. So I know what I'm doing when it comes to running a milsim. You have other places where they'll be like, oh, I was a sergeant here and a commander here and this and that and this and that. Of course, that's okay. But at the end of the day, if you have not successfully been running a place for more than a year, I don't really take your credentials because that doesn't matter to me. On that note, I am here to help you. I came to Krabby and I said, hey, Krabby, you want to start a milsim? Because number one, our milsim that I run, gone against every significant military there is to go against, 13 to be exact, and we have lost 0 times. And at this point, we have gone 2 years without going against the military, and that gets to a guy. So on that note, I am reaching out to military creators and saying, hey, if you'd like to create a genuine milsim that does combat operations, combat training, actually like teach your guys how to do stuff and put it to the test, it helps us. It's a win-win scenario because number one, you guys get a better military that focuses more instead of just my name is staff sergeant, whatever, do as I say, or I'm gonna make you like do push-ups or whatever. It's actually more do as I say, because we're gonna go out in the field and train, do all this stuff. We have working equipment, working systems, so on and so forth. So it's a win for you and it's a win for us because we get another place that shares our ideals, so we can go and do joint trainings, joint operations, so on and so forth. Me personally, I do not share the same beliefs as a lot of people from like USMC. I don't believe that like just nonsensically screaming at a dude is good training. I think you should guide your trainee. You should make sure that they understand and learn throughout the training. You're not there to scream at them. You're there to guide them. But that's just me. Me personally, I also believe that when it comes to training, it's not all about just screaming. Again, it's about testing them, kind of see where they are and give them the capabilities to be able to train. That's up. So I've set you guys up with a company structure. What that means is the highest rank you can achieve is captain. That will be Krabby. Krabby is a captain. From here on out, that means that you guys, for the most part, some of you are command sergeant majors, some of you guys are sergeant majors. That won't fly. These ranks are wrong, but that's because we're not in the right subroom, so that's fine. At the end of the day, it'll be private first class, lance corporal, corporal, sergeant, and then staff sergeant and first sergeant. So what's going on here is you have a company structure. I based this company structure off of the Iraq War. Some of you probably have dads or parents or whoever who served in the Iraq War. My dad served in the Iraq War, so I know a little bit about like that structure. It's a little less on technical terms. My milsim, we're more modern, so we have a modern like Force 2030 design structure, and that has a lot of like a lot of logistic stuff. For instance, every squad has a squad sergeant or a squad lead, as well as an assistant squad lead and a squad a squad SSO or squad systems operator. What that means is every squad is equipped with a guy who will work with like equipment like a drone or some type of robotic or even like just technical equipment, which is really weird, but it's also really cool because that means that every infantry squad is given like a drone. However, here in your guys' place, you will have a squad lead, and that's about it. And then you will have attached about, give or take, you'll have a squad with 2 fire teams, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 squads. So for every platoon, and you have 3 platoons, you have 2 infantry platoons that have, give or take, 4 squads. 3 of them will be infantry squads, and 1 of them will be an attached scout sniper squad. So scout snipers, if you don't know, are marksmen. They're snipers. Every one of your snipers will be trained to be O317s, meaning you will actually be expected to understand MOS codes. If you know what an MOS is a military occupational service. For instance, in the milsim that I'm in, I am an MOS 0302, meaning I am an infantry unit officer, because I'm a captain, I lead a company. Not only that, but I am an SMOS 2336, meaning I'm a secondary MOS, EOD, Explosives Ordnance Disposal. So when it comes to it, I go out, I clear mines, I clear explosives. It's really fun, until it's not. It's really fun until you're out and that happens. So that's what I do. At the end of the day, I want to catch up and see and review on what you guys need to know, because here's the thing. I can go off and say whatever and say all these buzzwords and go infantry training, whatever, breach and clear, and get you guys all excited. But at the end of the day, it's on showing and knowing what you guys need to know. So, for instance, me, if I were to say all this and I didn't know how to breach a building, I didn't know how to pie my sectors, I didn't know what sectors and no clocks were, I am no captain. I am no efficient leader. You guys, because you guys are already command sergeant majors, this or that, you need to know this stuff. And if you don't know this stuff, you are going to fail whatever unit you are leading, whether that be a squad, whether that be a platoon, whether that be fire team, whether that be the company. You need to be able to be attentive. God, you need to be able to be attentive, and you need to be able to be persistent in your learning. I am constantly learning. You guys should too. Understand that I am not someone who thinks I am better than anybody else. I don't go to someone and go, I'm better than you. I just know a lot, and I like to share a lot, and I like to teach a lot. So if you have any like predestined ideologies of who I am, I'm here to teach you. Therefore, we're going to go out and we're going to do some infantry basics and kind of teach you to do these infantry basics so that you can later on teach other people these infantry basics, because these are a necessity. Jokers, you got your hand up.
What I need to ask is, why is this important to teach a bunch of people, maybe be trolls, maybe be not trolls, a bunch of breaching tactics for no reason? Because I know it's for a reason, but at the same time, from my experience, there has been some really, really just non-effective people that got taught that, they don't relay it, and so I don't even know what the point.
Okay, jokers. So here's the thing. You are basically saying, what's the point in teaching these people reaching clear, because they might not learn it and they might not. That's the thing. It is a review. I want to make sure you know this stuff, because then I can know what I need to slowly introduce. Because if, let's say, I teach this and you guys get it and you guys understand it, that means that later on, when I'm teaching other people this, I can call you guys in for review. I can go, hey, I'm going to need you to show like these guys this, that, whatever. And if they don't, that's fine. I can bring you guys in and train you en masse with the rest of the forces that you guys have, etc., etc. So, for instance, to give you, I'm going to use a lot of examples from my milsim, and that's because just it's easy. It's an easy example. For instance, every single week, if we have new guys, I go in and I take my entire company, because I'm responsible for my company, and I redo our infantry basics, and then I slowly introduce more advanced tactics. But I do this because it's a good review and it's a good review session of just being able to kind of get this down so everyone understands it. And then from there, if everyone understands it, I add more to it and I make sure that I can test them. At the end of the day, this is just, it's something that everyone should know. And if you're questioning whether the people to your left and to your right are going to understand this, or are going to, put this into perspective, that shows more of who you believe are your brethren.
Mr. Chap.
Do you trust Riot? Do you trust Caruso? Do you trust Krabby?
Told me, but
if so, I'm not going to put you on the spot and say, this guy's, he's a traitor, whatever. If you don't trust them, that is a problem in and of itself, and you should, look into that. If it's a problem just with you, that's fine. It's a problem you need to fix. But if it's a problem with, like, let's say Riot, he's just inattentive, then it's a problem with Riot. But you need to communicate these things to each other.
Well,
Don't just automatically go and knock out something because you don't trust it, or if you don't trust it, or if you don't not trust it, it's don't knock it out. This is a good time to know what your strengths and weaknesses are. That's what we're doing here. What's up, jokers?
Are the uniforms going to be different?
Yeah, I have a recording of him telling us how it's going to
we'll
work.
see. Honestly, with my thing, uniforms, personally, how we run it is, again, my milsim, how we run it is common sense. It's not anything like decorational. We're not like, we have, again, this is poking fun, but we don't have giant cowboy hats or whatever. We are, as long as you're not going to screw yourself over, you are fine. Because at the end of the day, you are wearing combat gear. I'll show you.
Wait.
Wear something that won't screw you over in the field. Obviously, you guys might not get combat gear. That is fine. It is whatever environment you're in, what is going to screw you over? If I was a marksman, which I'm not, I am not anywhere close to a marksman. If I was a marksman and I'm looking through this area, and let's say you guys are in a green area and you guys are wearing deserts, I will be able to see you. I will murder you very easily. I have these on, these right here, these little white gloves. Once I get into my combat gear, I take those off because I do not need that shining. I have these on just because it's a little, you know, I can expend it. But because if I can some real fast.
Say what you said. Wait, what'd you say fast?
Just want to go play Red Dead.
I bet you do. This is my combat gear. What I wear to the field.
But tomorrow.
And if I can fix myself, well, don't worry.
Yeah.
Regardless, I want to make sure that I don't stand out too much out in the open. And this is Digimar, or at least the best we can do to multicam. And then off the field, if we're in a green environment, I'll wear something like this. Obviously, this is going to screw me over a little bit, but I choose that just because I like, you know, I like them. But at the end of the day, I'm not going too overboard. I'm not going to look like this. This is stupid. I'm not going to look like this. I'm going to look like that. It's what you guys want to present and how you guys want to survive. That's what I think, personally. It's common sense. If you want to look like this and you guys want to have like strict professional uniform out in combat, sure. How well is that going to save you? How well is that going to, you know, offer to you? If it is,
I'm listening to the teacher of the military roleplay.
If it's not,
Master Chief.
Don't be my guest. All right.
So are we doing all the stuff tonight? Because it's.
I'm gonna run through some reviews, but that's just because I want to know where we're at. Because tomorrow I might not have the time, and I do not want to wait too long, because then we have a problem. Okay. Because we're gonna. I'm gonna spawn in some infantry rifles that we use. None of the CV2 stuff, just because.
Hey, Dartos.
If that'll spawn in. There we go. This is what we use. This is an infantry rifle. It's actually modded out to be as close to an M4A1 as possible, or at least an M4. So you hold it down. It doesn't burst fire, and it has that travel time. It's a decent infantry rifle. It works really well. This thing is nice. I'm going to use this to teach you guys how to cover each other, how to work. First of all, before we even do that, perfect. Before we even do that, I'm going to get rid of this just because, you know what? I might wear this for myself just because I feel really selfish. I'm going to do that. I'm really selfish right now. It feels so cuddly. Anyways, all right. So, you guys know Euro clocks, correct? Joker, do you know Euro clocks?
Unfortunately, no. But unfortunately, I'm a fast learner. So.
That's fine. Riot, do you know Euro clocks? That's fine. Krabby, do you know Euro clocks? You can use their.
Oh, yeah, I got taught by fucking Salmon a little bit. Salmon taught me a little bit. Yeah.
I got you.
Then
yeah. So, Euro clocks are extremely simple. You guys ever play Call of Duty? I don't play Call of Duty much, but if you ever play Call of Duty, if you've ever heard like Kavamar 6, that is your O clock. Your O clock is your sectors. So think of yourself as a giant clock. Think of it as 12, 3, 6, 9. It's that simple. So the reason we do this and the reason why the infantry use this is you want to be specific about your call out. You do not want to be overly broad. So for instance, I can go, there's guys in front of me. If I'm looking straight, there's already 2 guys in front of me. I don't know who to differentiate. One of them might be a friendly, one of them might not be a friendly. We do not want to have a Blue Falcon situation. That means we want to make sure we don't screw these guys over. So you want to make sure you give accurate callouts. So for instance, again, let's say I'm trying to call out Krabby. I can go towards my 12 o'clock, give or take 3 meters out. So just 12 o'clock, right in front of me. Jokers, you are to my 1 o'clock. Riot, you're technically towards my 1 to 2 o'clock. And then Acoustic, you are towards my like 10, 9 o'clock. It's like that. It's easy as that. So you're giving those call outs. Same thing here. You're towards my 9 o'clock, Krabby. Now he's towards my 3 o'clock. When it comes to a squad, your squad pertains to that o'clock. So for instance,
You ever take
let's
it's not
say,
JCC? He just took his name on accident.
what's up?
Dartez took JCC's like little name to have a joke.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Anyways, when it comes to a squad or whatever formation you're moving in, you're covering each other's o'clocks. That's why if you've ever seen a formation kind of move, where you got a guy moving this way, you got a guy kind of looking that way, you want to make sure you're covering each other. That's called trust. There's trust in your infantry formation. So for instance, your squad lead will always be covering the 12. That is because you do not want to have a squad lead who, let's say we're moving out that way. You do not want to have a squad lead that's like, hey guys, so this is what we're doing, and he doesn't know where he's going. That's going to screw you over so much. I've had times where I've been training people, and I've been training other militaries, and I bring them over to a force map we have, and they immediately get like kind of lost, or they get scared or whatever, because their squad lead doesn't know where they're going. You want to be able to mark that. You want to be able to make sure you kind of have that down, where your squad lead is looking towards the 12. At the end of the day, the more people, the more sectors you are covering, the more o'clocks you are covering. Dartez, I'll give you just very basics. You guys
I
are
was
now going to
recording.
be a milsim. Okay, perfect. All right. Does he know though?
I'll send it him.
I'll catch him up. So,
on Discord.
Dartez, but if he watches it now while I'm doing stuff, it's whatever. So Dartez, just quick catch up. You guys are going to be milsim, meaning I'm going to run you guys through some milsim basics, some infantry basics, just to see where I can kind of teach you what you guys can do. And then from there, obviously we'll go deeper later on, like weeks from now, months from now, we'll see. On that note, so again, when you're working with a squad, you will cover each other's sectors. Do not hard cover. The only person who should ever be hard covering is the squad lead. What does that mean? That means, let's say we're covering 12, and I'm the squad lead. I'm covering 12. I'm moving my team forward. We're spaced out a bit. I'm covering 12. However, if you are, let's say, a middleman and you're covering the 3 o'clock, that means if you're covering 12, squad lead, the middleman here is covering 3. He's not going to go like this, because that is stupid. Let's say you're a 6-man or a flankman or 6 coverage. That means if you're covering 12, he's covering 6.
Oh shit.
He's not going to look like this, because that is stupid. Don't do that. That's how you lose your squad. What you will do is what we call scanning. That means, let's say again, 3-man covering 3, 12. You're going to scan, go straight back to what you're doing. If you see something, obviously look at it, call it out. One of the biggest things that I've encountered with people that like do infantry combat, call things out. I've seen people who have seen like something move in the bushes, and they don't say anything because they think that it's like a glitch or something, because rec room, and then their team gets ambushed because they didn't call it out. Call anything you see out. It doesn't matter. If it is a glitch, rather it be a mistake than it be something that you just don't see. I've seen that happen time and time again, where squad lead is focused on leading his 2 fire teams or whatever, and one guy sees something and doesn't report it out, and nothing goes up and down the grade. Nothing happens, and they get screwed. Don't do that. Don't screw your team over. Call things out. Call out if you're going to go scratch your balls and it affects your performance, call that out. Call whatever you need to call out, call it out. For instance, let's say we're covering a sector, meaning we're set up, I'm in like here and I'm covering my 12. If I need to put my rifle down for a little bit and I'm no longer effective, call that out. Even if it's to scratch my balls, that is fine, call it out. Make sure you have a guy constantly calling you. Also, call what you're covering. I've had many times, we've done We've done vehicle disembarkation training, where we have guys fall out of our victors and we have them cover. There have been many times where our guys set up, one of the first times they've ever done it, they set up and didn't call what they were covering, and I stopped the training and held them there to kind of see what they were covering. And I had 2 guys covering the same sector and another sector completely uncovered. And I looked at them and I said, had there been a starving Iranian child with an RPG in that direct sector, you would have been hit and you would have been iced. Don't do that. Cover your sectors. It doesn't matter. Things happen. Things happen in combat. There's been many times where we've been joking around and just something pops out of nowhere and hits us completely out of nothing and ruins everything that we're doing, and we have to account for that. Combat is fluid. Combat will never go how you want it to unless you force it to go how you want to. And sometimes the enemy does that, and it's not fun. Just today, we did two companies went against each other. It was H&S company, our reconnaissance company, versus my infantry company. And we got pinned in a town. And so all of my guys were hugging areas inside of a town. And we were pinned, and we were getting sniped left and right, because our guys kept trying to peek to put down infantry fire, but we couldn't do that. And our comms were jammed, so we couldn't communicate. At the end of the day, that was a sucky situation, but I turned it around. We held our positions, forced our H&S to push forward, and screwed them hard, and we won. You want to make sure that things happen all the time in combat. Fix it to what you need. All right. Anyways, that's your infantry basics. Make sure that you are spaced out. In fact, I'll quiz you. D'Artez, can you give me in any way, shape, or form any reason as to why you would want to space out in combat, or at least space out in general? Use your mic. Use your mic. Come on, man. Okay. D'Artez, I need you to use your mic. If you're not going to use your mic, yeah, okay. Acoustic. Give you this. Why would we want to be spaced out in any way, shape, or form? Acoustic.
So we can cover more area and we can see like better. I don't know, Loki.
No, you're good. Hey, give your best guess. That was a decent guess. Riot.
So I'm thinking maybe it's like because I heard like if you're bunched up, it's a lot easier like to be like shot at because like you are in a group. So I feel like if you're spread out a little bit more, it's a little bit harder to like keep your eye on all of you at once. It's like it makes it harder.
Okay, so those are decent answers. Those are good. Those are good. So here's what's up. It's a lot of reasons, but the biggest ones have to do with being able to disengage or engage, as well as ordnance, as well as just in general friendly fire. So the first thing ever is this is what we call in our Milsim, we call this nuts to butts, where we are this close together and I can smell which way for breakfast. And if I turn around, your nuts are near my butts. That's what we call it, nuts to butts. So anyways, we don't do that. We say, hey, quit the nuts to butts. That means don't be this close together where you're like making out with the other person. Don't do that. So on that note, here's why. Number one, let's say I'm your squad lead and you guys are part of my squad. You guys are in a beautiful squad formation right now. You guys are like perfect. And I'm moving forward and I'm your squad lead and we're like this close together. Like I'm right here next to Krabby. And I see a little teddy bear and I have a kid named Timmy back home and he's got leukemia. And I'm going to go take that teddy bear and I'm going to give it to him once I'm done with my tour. I pick it up. It's attached to a string and I explode. He explodes with me. You two are dead. You two are injured. Casualties. Ordnance, explosives. Now let's redo the same thing, but this time we are a good 5 meters apart. Same scenario. I bend over, I pick up that teddy bear, string, I explode. The difference is now we are spaced out. We might still get killed. I might still accidentally kill Krabby, maybe even Jokers and Acoustic. Actually, no, you two might survive. You two might survive. You minimize casualties. It's very grim, but things happen on the field. There have been many times where we have been hit by ordnance, and if we were like this close together, it would have screwed our entire team over, but it only shaved like 2 of us off, which again, casualties happen. Try and make sure they don't happen, but they happen, and they happen a lot, dude. They happen a lot. I've never had, that's not, times I have operations where I don't lose anybody, but usually people die, and you can't stop that. Just minimize casualties. Second of all, engagement. If we were this close together, the enemy's looking at us, and you guys are like this close together, that's way too close. You just lined up. You're lined up to get killed. Third of all, engagement of the enemy, or just in general, being too close. So for instance, let's say him and I were this close together, and we see an enemy right out there towards my 12, technically squad's 3 o'clock. If I engage the target this close together, we're going to bump into each other, someone's going to accidentally shoot each other, it happens. So if you are like this far apart from each other, and you call engagement, you can accurately fall out, get to cover, and engage. It's that simple. Just make sure you minimize casualties, make sure you're not too close because explosives happen. Again, I am EMD in my milsim. I have to work with explosives. Happens way often, way too often. Sometimes it happens where the infantry don't know how to handle explosives, so they call us in, and we have to tell them, infantry, there's there's IEDs or there's something on the road, clear out of the road, and you see that one guy, this one retard, who will walk in and go, "What's up?" and he'll explode because he doesn't know. Happens. Things happen. So yeah, that's what's up. Another thing, let's just run over basic combat common sense. When you engage a target in this as well, when you engage a target, do not instantly just go for the kill. Get to cover, then go for the kill. You want to make sure you have a little bit of help between you and the enemy. So for instance, this is solid cover. This is not. This is called cover. That is called concealment. Concealment means you can't see me, or at least it's hard to shoot at me, or at least it's hard to see me, like bushes, like tents, like stuff like that. This is hard cover, meaning if there was someone behind that, I can't get to them, or at least it's kind of harder to get to them. So if I were, let's say, there's an enemy there, and I'm moving this way like this. If I call engagement, I'm not going to immediately push on him and engage, because that's stupid. You're caught out in the open. You are now completely in the open and to the enemy's jurisdiction. You are going to go to cover and assess the situation. If it's fine pushing like that, that's fine. But if he has, like, let's say it's a machine gun and he's set up on a position, that's not that smart. It's not very smart to push up on a machine gun, hold position, and just do what's smart. Do what's smart in that area. At least now you have a fallback. You have something that can save you. That's called combat common sense. There's a lot of other stuff to combat common sense. I'll teach that later on when we have more guys. There's stuff called MET-TC, and there's something that we personally like calling run-a-ruck. And run-a-ruck is basically judging the distance between calling it quits and just committing. So for instance, this is the middle line right here. I'll even give you guys the basics of run-a-ruck. This is the middle line right here. If I have a unit and I'm pushing forward and we take engagement,
Okay.
if I am in a unit, you're good. It's fine. And we take engagement. What's the difference between us just committing and engaging and falling back if we're in an open area? There's a difference. One of them is called running, and that means you fall back and get to cover, and rucking, which means you engage the target. The difference is the middle line. If you are behind the middle line, fall back to cover. If you are past the middle line, engage the target, because you are going to lose more guys falling back. What's up, jokers?
Oh, geez, I have to go. I don't have that much time to do this.
You're good. You're good. All right. On that note, we're going to start doing a little bit more hands-on stuff. At least now you guys have the basics of some strategy. Now I want to see what you guys can do. I'm going to put you into a 4-man team, and I'm going to have you guys move to the kill house, and I'm going to see what you guys can do when it comes to breaching, and then see what I need to touch. So I'm going to give you guys all rifles. I was going to offer the combat gear, but you guys don't, if you guys don't want it, you guys don't have to have it. Yeah, you guys don't need the combat gear. This is mine. Anyways, so on that note, I'm going to take you guys over there. I'm going to give you infantry rifles. Show me what you guys know. Work together, communicate with each other. That's why JCC, Dartez, you're going to screw me over with that. But Dartez, that's what I said. That's why I said I would suggest you use your mic, because you're going to need to communicate with each other. And if you guys can't communicate, you got a mic, Dartez?
Yes, I do. It's just late and I don't want to be heard.
You're good. You're good. Just stay quiet and you're good. All right. I will beat you. Okay, perfect. No, I already have one. You guys want me to skate your rifles with this skin? Yeah, Krabby said yeah. Right says. Sounds good. Q's, yeah. These two said yeah. Okay.
I work with anything.
Breaching. I got you.
Dude, I love breaching.
Me too. I like taking my my company out into the field, and we'll just do some breaching. And we have in one of our squads, we have an AT4, and we like just joking around and go, hey, let's not use this building. Let's just go back, and we'll set up our AT4 guy, and we'll just throw down a shot. It's our AT4. It's really
yeah.
fun.
I like throwing grenades in windows. It's fun.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's so much fun. All right, you 4, let's go.
I do know a little bit about breaching. I do a breach, right side breach, and then I know how to do like a split stack.
Yeah. Ooh, perfect. We'll do.
Also,
we'll
have
see what you
zippers in
guys
hallways.
know. Yeah, yeah.
Craig, what the hell did I join in on?
Teaching mode. You know.
Alright. I
I got this all recorded. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Here's
First
the
off-
old one. Okay.
No, not the old one.
That's fine.
So,
Just here's what I'll do. I will exclude this first movement, meaning when you guys move up here, I don't count this as anything stupid because at the end of the day you need to get up there. So I suggest just take it one at a time where you get one guy to move up, take the position, and then move. Stuff like that. Okay. Disregard the targets. The targets do not exist. You can disregard them. I want to see how you guys move, how you guys take it. Again, make mistakes. It's totally fine to make mistakes. Mistakes are what help us learn. If you make a mistake, I'll kind of correct it. I'll see what you need. Just do what you need to do. All right.
So
You
do you
guys are
want us
good
to
to do.
you want us to breach the rooms or just make our way through the hallways?
You guys are clear to breach the rooms. Yeah.
Sounds good.
You four.
All right, I'll go in first.
Already. Oh, you left? Oh, no, now you got 3 man.
Yeah, 3 men. 3 men. All right. Let's do.
You want to do a full
Let's
stack?
do it.
Yeah, right there.
ST.
All right.
Do you know how to do it? I'll be back. You go for it.
The what?
All right.
I did the thing. Alright. Stay ready.
So I'm J-hook. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut around this door. I'm gonna just hit this corner. The person behind me, I want you to just run straight across and hit that corner over there. Okay? And then you'll just come in last and scan the room.
So we're not
Three.
doing. Okay.
Yeah, so like,
Got
oh
it,
yeah,
got
I know.
3, 2, 1, reach. Okay. Perfect. Okay. No, you already failed there. You would have been dead. Don't. You weren't supposed to go to the next room. You're supposed to wait. Yeah, we would have been cooked.
Yeah,
We
we
would have been cooked.
You
We would
could.
have been cooked. We're cooked. We would have been dead already.
Yeah. I was in the
Alright,
back,
okay.
so I stayed over here.
All right, let's start. Let's start.
Let's
There's only 3 of us.
I know.
We had a fourth person.
I'm gonna fix something before it even starts. The way you guys are breaching, I like it, but at the end of the day, it's
Too
too
loud.
non-linear. No, it's not. It's not too loud. It's fine. I have a problem with militaries where they're like, be completely silent, don't speak to each other, don't do anything, and it's like, dude, when you breach into a building, they know you're there already. There's no way they don't know you're there. You're loud. Look at Rec Room. You're extremely loud. They're gonna hear you immediately. It doesn't matter. Sound doesn't matter. It's about you being able to understand where your enemy is and killing your enemy. Anyways, so first thing I want to point out, pay attention to all the rooms you're in. Make sure you're not like just pushing into one room with your full team. I know you have 3 people, but you can at least have a guy hold an area while 2 guys clear out an area before you guys do anything else. So here's something that I would do personally with 3 guys. In fact, can you climb up this? Yes, you can. Jump up. Jump up here to this area here. There we go. Oh shoot! Does it not like let you? Does it not let him? Is it roll up?
Wait. No, it's not.
Let me see.
He just sucks.
Up here. Okay, there we go. All right.
Yeah, I'll back.
Check this out. Check this out.
What the?
So what you guys are doing? What you guys are doing is you guys are moving to one room. What I saw, Riot, what I saw you do, is you immediately pushed like this. Here's the thing, dead zone. You had Krabby push here. You had what's his face acoustic push out here, and you pushed out here as well. You've effectively created a zone that you could not clear. Now here's what you can do. You can push a guy. You can have 2 guys immediately pie it sectors, meaning you can have a guy pie it, you have another guy pie it, and then from there, commit. And then from there, you can clear an area and immediately swing round, while you have another guy hold a position. If you want to, you designate a zone that you do not want to clear, and then push your entire team moving this way, and then clear it like that, clear it in a wave motion. So what you're doing is you're clearing the initial 2 rooms so that you have what is called a safe zone, meaning if you get engaged, say this position, you're no longer being backed up into a corner where you've never cleared this room and there can be another guy who's going to go and kill you. Now you have rooms where if you back up, you can take this whole area here, that area there, or you can fall out of the building entirely without worrying about this whole area with, like, let's say an MG who's waiting for you. You're clearing 2 areas and creating your initial breach. This is called the initial breach. Another thing, again, cover your sectors. Right, again, your back. That's scary. But actually, you 3 get down here because I want to show you something. Krabby can't do it, and Acustic can't do it, but Right, you can. This is really cool. So notice what I'm doing. What am I doing here? What did I do?
You hit
Right?
the corner.
In fact, you 2, come here.
Third person?
Come here, come here, come this way. Come here, come this way, come this way, come this way. So notice what I'm doing here. What did I do wrong here? In fact, I'm gonna do the entire breach. What did I do wrong? In fact, it's really hard to tell, but I'll show you what. Just guess.
You didn't go all the way around. You kind of like just stopped in the middle.
No. I'll tell you. I led with my rifle. So notice, I am leading with my rifle. If anything happens where I lead with my rifle, there is a split second, and this is called fatal funnels. If you don't know what your fatal funnels are, it's your peripherals. So this is what your fatal funnels are. This is something that every infantry team should know. Your fatal funnels are your peripherals. So everything you can see and everything you can't see. So for instance, if I am pushed on this position here, I can see this, and that's it. If I'm here, I can see this. If I'm here, I can see this. I can't see back here. Same thing with this team. If I'm holding this position, I can see all of this. I can't see over here. So what happens is, if I am leading with my rifle, this guy cannot see, I can't see him, but he can see my rifle. You are leading with your rifle. That means that you are, for the most part, like 1 to 2 seconds late to an engagement. So he's already shooting. I'm bringing my rifle up to bear. Now this one's easier. What am I doing wrong here?
You had your weapon like down here, like you just like swung your weapon.
Yeah, I'm not leading with my rifle. I'm leading with myself. Notice what I do here, though.
You were already aiming. You were already ready.
I have my rifle tucked in. So this is what you can do. This is what they do, where they have their stock tucked in to their chest. Do the same thing. Bring your controller, tuck it into your chest, and move with your rifle. You guys can't do that. If you have a VR player, have them lead with their rifle and have them lead the breach. You guys can do third person. I don't know if you want to do third person, but you guys can if you wanted to. But at the end of the day, it is as simple as tuck in, move with your rifle, clear out an area. The reason why I'm not clearing to move the entire area is because I can already visually clear it. I don't need to move there to clear all of it. It's just a waste of time. One of the things that my captain in the HNS says, and I love what he says when you breach, efficiency equals speed, but speed does not equal efficiency. Meaning, if you want to be fast, you're not going to be efficient. You're just going to go, whatever, you're not seeing everything. But if you are efficient, you will be fast. You will be decently fast. So there's that. You clear in whatever. And then from there, identify your safe zones. That means don't immediately go here. Pie your area. What pieing is your fatal funnels. With pieing, what you're doing is you're utilizing the fact that you have fatal funnels to clear a room before you're even in it, or just in general moving around a room. So for instance, let's say this whole area just doesn't exist. We're only focusing on this room. I've seen a lot of militaries where guys just go like this. If you do this, you are exposing all of this to that guy there and you can't see him. You are moving this way. If you need to pie something, meaning I am here, I can see this area, that is clear. I'm going to move, instead of moving like this, I'm going to move outwards like a pie, and I'm going to clear that, that is clear. Clear that, that is clear. That is clear. That is clear. Clear, 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 clear. That is clear. What happens is, the main argument I always get is, but what happens if you get shot at? Easy as this. If you get shot at here, you have to fall back, and you are showing everything. If you are pieing an area, you are backing up, and you are slowly moving through the area, and you can just back up a little bit. Slowly moving back up a little bit if you're taking fire. Slowly move, 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 move. You are showing a little bit of your body at a time, because what they see isn't your full body pushing. They're seeing half your body. You want to see that? I can show you that. Look. So come right here and come over here, all three of you. Check this out. Now I'm clearing the area. You can see me. I'm gonna show you with pieing. I'm clearing this, I'm clearing that, I've cleared that, I've cleared that. Officially, you've seen me, but I can immediately fall back. You've seen me. I see your full body. You see barely, most likely barely a little bit of me. You guys probably, I would doubt you see a lot of me, but I know he sees me. But I can immediately just fall back. You can no longer see me, and I can just engage. That's what pieing is. Pieing is being able to utilize fatal funnels to your advantage. Everyone in the infantry should know this because it's such a good tactic. Because you can just engage, fall back. It's like if you've ever seen those people that go like this, it's like that, but a little bit better and more refined. So that's why I kind of showed it where one guy pied like this and then the other guy pied like this and immediately moved to their rooms and cleared it. They're half pieing. They've already cleared this entire area. They don't have to worry about this area. They have to worry about this now, which they can clear like that. Easy as that. And if you see a guy, obviously you can engage him. So now that you have this knowledge, do what you can with it. Utilize that to the best of your ability. If you make mistakes, that's fine. I would suggest work with your team. That means call out what you need to clear, call out what is not clear, communicate. Communication is key not only in a relationship, but it's key here in conflict. Sure, you can communicate with each other. That means if you need to say, hey, initials clear, that's you can say that, hey, moving over to the room to the right, or falling back to your guys' position, stuff like that. Take it how you want to take it. In my opinion, breaching a building, or in general breaching, is very, very templated. Meaning I'm showing you guys a good way to do it, but that's not the only way to do it. Do it how you need to do it, but utilize the stuff I'm teaching you. Utilize pieing, utilize the fact that you have fatal funnels. Because then you're able to do a lot. Alright, let's go.
Well, one question before we start.
In fact,
so, like,
yeah, what's up?
for,
Let's do it here.
for
Let's just start it from here. Yeah, what's up?
situations like this, 2 rooms, like with wide open doors, like how would we deal with this with only 3 people?
So, whoa. All right. So in general, this is a nightmare scenario. I hate this scenario, but I would have 2 guys on either side of the room. I would have one guy pieing or clearing this way. I would have another guy clearing this way. This is called a cross stitch. And then from there, have both of them communicate with each other. All right. Your left and initial right is clear. Sounds good. Or sorry, your right and initial right is clear. Sounds good. Your left and your initial left is clear. That means that this area is clear and this area is clear. And then from there, go, all right, 3, 2, 1, breaching. Stuff like that, where you guys are kind of working together. And then your third guy, yeah, your third guy can move and hold this hallway. And if need be, if he wants to, he can push with either one of those guys. And if you guys want to just like fall back and clear that area and just move that way, perfectly fine. If you want to clear and hold that way, perfectly fine. Just remember, another thing that I've noticed, and I probably should have called this out, I see a lot of this, where your rifle is out in the open. Here's my pro tip. Treat your rifle like you would your penis. You're not going to hold it out there. You're going to tuck it in. Tuck it. With you two, keep your rifles out, but obviously don't be stupid. Don't be like aiming at them. But I would suggest in every combat scenario, keep your rifle out no matter what. Because if you get caught, I already have my rifle out and you need to pull it out. So anyways, start here. Come over here, right? Unless you got any other questions, anything else?
Wait, well, I was like that. Do we like, what if our, like, personally when I use third person for like clearing and breaching, like my rifle sticks out the wall, is that like a problem or?
That is a problem.
Okay.
I would suggest if you want to have him do third person, which that's up to you guys, if you guys want to do third person, I'll even tell you this, in our Milsim we even allow screenies to do third person because it's just easy. So like, okay, yeah, sure. Have a guy cover him or have a guy close to him to make sure that he's not going to get killed because he's a liability, but at the same time he's a big asset. So anyways, any other questions? Because questions make it go around and then, okay. Other than that, yeah, we're good. You guys agree?
All right, side by side, you go
All
there, or what's your, you do.
So y'all wanna like completely like?
No, he
come
said
back in, or do you wanna-
He just said
Yeah,
we're gonna start here. We're gonna start right here.
Alright.
So you want to cover that wall, or
You over there. Put you on this side. I want you pieing this room right here. And then I want you behind me.
Alright, clear on your corner.
All right.
Is that clear on my corner?
Yep, you're clear. Clear.
Clear. Three.
All right. 3,
Two.
2,
One.
1.
Breach.
Breach.
Want to re-breach? Or restack?
Yeah, come over.
How's the wait? What's that? Your
Okay.
side is clear.
Make sure
Your
you
left
keep
side is
your
clear.
guns tucked. Okay. Your right side. It's clear now. All right.
I'm
Make
up.
sure you stay on the wall. Keep your gun tucked.
There's one on your
One
side.
up. Come on.
Go ahead and
No.
pick him up.
No.
You do that. You have this corner.
I already took him out. He's
Oh,
he's
yeah.
done.
Clear.
All right.
3, 2, 1, bridge. Alright, dead space, dead space. Let's say we close on here a little bit. Pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
The holy sake.
Don't cross in front of each other. Careful on that.
Yeah, we don't want to kill
Cross
each other.
behind each other.
Shit.
You
I'm
want me to go
going
on,
by
you want me to go on that side? Alright, nah.
Yeah. Oh,
You
Stay over, stay over.
Alright, you didn't call your
I
dad.
did not call that.
You didn't call that.
Call it. Make sure you call it
I
out.
was wide open on that one.
All right.
Your
Your
left side is clear.
corner is clear. You're clear.
Your left side is clear also.
All right. So, 3, 2, 1, breach.
One on the. Holy shit! How's that called?
Dead.
Kill the
All
other
right.
side?
Let's all come on this side.
There's
Come on this
another
side.
one.
I'm
Let's
gonna
get
stop here.
one
We
right
could
there.
have killed that. We could have killed
I'll
that.
stop here. Okay. So one thing I will say, you guys are making the only mistakes that I would suggest you guys are making is you guys are taking a little too long when it comes to breaching a building, just fluid communication. Make sure you guys are communicating things. So for instance, Acoustic, you've been communicating, hey, I'll take this right here. Listen to him, because if not, that causes a situation where now you got guys like stacking up on an area, whatever. Secondly, I would suggest here, utilize your fatal funnels. If you push here, you are blind to this entire area. Have your guys or even have you move this way, because now you have a guy that you can kill and you never shot at that guy, and you can pie forward and there's another guy right there that you can kill. I missed that. There we go. And then from there, we've already cleared this area. Here's a thing you guys are doing is you guys are retracing a lot of areas that you guys have already cleared. So for instance, I'm gonna count my stars that if I let you guys clear this area, you would have cleared this, and then these two would have moved in to clear this area as well, that's wasted time. You can move forward. What you can do here is have you move forward, have a guy move this way, so he can pie it wide and pie this area. Come here. Another thing that you guys can do then is look what happens now. You can clear out that guy. I missed him. You can clear out that guy right there. He's dead. And then from there, you guys can clear it. All right. On your initial left, there's going to be a large room. I would suggest there's a small wall that you can take to your left side. Sounds good. Okay. Breaching over to my right side, and I'm going to pie that, hold that left. 3, 2, 1, go. And from there, this guy can move forward, hold this position here. Secondary guy will then pie it wide one more time. Hold that area. Okay, you're just clear. All right, large room. 3, 2, 1, go. And then from there, this guy will move, and then this guy will move this way. Stuff like that. Just make sure you're communicating things. Make sure you communicate the rooms. Yeah. All right. Now what I want you guys to do is come back. Start from here. All those targets. I told you guys in the beginning, just ignore the targets. But if you guys want to shoot the targets, go for it. But I would suggest just ignore the targets and just keep moving through the rooms.
Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna ignore the targets. All right, so
I'm gonna.
move in. Watch you move on that side. I'll pie it.
Clear?
All right,
Oh,
clear. We're clear.
you mean you go over there? Or are you gonna pie?
Someone pie this right here.
I'm gonna pie it. I'm gonna.
Good.
Clear.
You didn't full pie it. Alright, Clear?
One there.
Oh, yeah, you didn't full
Clear.
fire. It's clear.
Water one. Dead. Yeah, now it's clear.
Alright, now it's clear.
Alright.
Alright.
Large room.
The
Three.
large room is.
One. Breach. Shoot.
Oh,
You got this?
wait,
Thing?
my pipe.
Because there was another mistake. Acoustic. He's already cleared this area. Right's already cleared this area. Because look here.
Oh yeah.
Riot is positioned here. He can see this area. I saw that where you pushed in and then you looked here and took the position. Waste of time, my dude. Just move to the position because he already has that. So you can use this so he doesn't have to wait for you. And then from there, kind of push in. I'm noticing a lot of stumbling. There's a lot of stumbling where you guys are kind of just moving around and want to find a position for yourself and hold that position. You need to be static in what you're doing. You need to start moving, whatever. Okay. Move through the rest, and then I'm going to stop you at a certain point, and I'm going to insert myself to help you guys. Go.
Sounds good. We're gonna start from where we're at. So, acoustic, go back over there. And then I want you buying this right here.
I'm going to stop again. Sorry. I just, one thing I need to call out. USMC, right? You are the point man. I would suggest hold your sector. Don't stop to look at your guys and trust that they can do what they need to do. So for instance, if you tell Krabby, hey Krabby, I need you to pie this sector wide, just trust he's gonna do it. Hold that area because if you don't, if anything happens, that's on you.
Sounds good.
Clear. Clear.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Breach.
Empty space over here. I'm gonna apply it.
Clear.
Clear. Oh, yeah, you go on that side.
All right.
Already fight this one.
We're gonna move over here. Okay. This right here. All right, we're clear. Room cleared. All right, let's move. Clear. There's nothing. Yep, you're clear. Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, Q-stick, pull back. That's a big. No. Okay,
You
so
would have
first
been
of all,
done.
with you three, you have positions on either side. Don't screw that position. So, for instance, I would suggest when you're moving through hallways, when you're moving through rooms, either it's the left side or the right side. Don't kind of half it in the middle. Because if you do this, you get caught. Your guys have cover. You do not have cover. If that guy right there was real, he would have gunned you down. He would not have gunned Krabby or Riot down. Maybe Riot, but you mostly. Stick to an area. Clear with that area. Stick here because you caused a lot of confusion here. Now you're just kind of pushing in. You didn't know what's going on. So stick to a side. All right. I'm going to insert myself here, and I'm going to work with you guys. Okay. I've got 6.
Got you. All right. So, we're going to move
Over.
up. Move up. We're clear over here. All right.
Crossing.
Pie this section right here. Clear.
Holding 6. Move forward. I got you guys covered.
This section right here is clear.
I'm buying this area.
You blind? Okay. Buy this.
Clear.
All right. 3.
Moving forward.
Hallway. 3, 2, 1. Reach. Take a spot.
Setting up, covering 6.
Target down.
Clear.
Target down.
Make sure you're checking. Check his acoustic.
Moving forward. Covering 6.
I'm gonna pie
Uh,
this.
Flying this?
Pine it? Okay.
Yeah. Clear.
Clear.
Crossing over left.
Target down. Clear.
Krabby, if you want, we can have acoustic and riot push in that area. We can push in here. Same thing as we did before.
Me and you're gonna push in here.
Okay, Krabby,
Three.
initial right is clear.
Your initial right is clear.
Large room is
Negative, that's left.
right.
All right,
Clear.
sounds good. Moving in 3,
I'll
2,
buy this.
1,
One.
go.
All right.
Clear.
Your right is clear.
Clear.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1, go.
Just push to a system. I got 6. You can push forward.
I'm buying this.
Copy that.
Sounds good.
Following that.
Clear.
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 Yours is clear.
Nice.
You
Heads up right, I'm on your left.
All right.
That's a box.
Two,
I'm on
Riot,
here.
watch it. Riot, watch it.
Left.
Watch it. You guys are both overexposing yourself. Careful on that.
Clear or what? No one said anything.
Clear.
Clear. Alright, preaching.
Crossing over, crossing over.
Pine. Alright, you got it.
Contact.
Contact.
Heads up. You have with you a. Yeah, there's a room over there to the left. There's a wall over towards my 12. Am I clear on my side?
You're clear on your side.
Sounds good. Acoustic, I suggest if you're going to move to the left side there, again, there's literally a room straight to my 12. So cross over, clear that area to the rightmost side, and then hold that wall there because it's going to be a little sucky. Be the best you can. What do I got on my right?
Nobody. Your right is clear as I can see.
No, he means what callouts?
Okay.
Is there like a door
Oh.
or hallway or what?
You got a door, and there's a room that I can't really see into.
That's fine. You're
Like
good.
when
All
you're-
right.
What I see is
If
when you.
need be.
Alright. I get.
What we
Okay,
can
so
do
basically
is
there's a dead end right there, and there's a door.
okay, perfect. All right, you guys can take it in 3, 2.
I'll be
one,
following on your
go.
6.
So, ooh, there is. Yeah. Okay.
Give me pie this.
Clear on your left.
You
Clear on your right.
supposed to shoot him.
Moving
Oh,
3.
you are-
No,
No, he's dead. He's
no,
dead. He's
no,
dead.
no,
Moving
okay.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Clear. Same thing. Got your right.
Clear.
Do you want me to buy
I'll
it?
buy this.
Got
3,
your
2,
1.
1.
Go
go.
reach.
Hold it. I'm gonna pie a little
Pie.
bit.
Alright. Copy that. Same goes.
You got a door immediately to the left, right there on my 12. I'm gonna pie this a little bit. So we
Alright.
got.
See anything?
I got eyes on Riot over towards my 12, so that area seems to be clear.
Alright. Copy that.
Alright.
Alright. Your right is clear.
Cross in. Yeah. So I'm gonna cross in, and I want you to go and support Riot the best you can.
Wait,
I'm gonna keep moving over towards our 3 o'clock, and I'm gonna hold that area for you guys.
Alright. Copy that.
Sorry. Moving 3, 2, 1. Go.
clear. Yo, those are
Okay.
civilians.
Oh, whoa. Why the hell did you just run in the middle of the hallway?
Didn't know. All targets are enemies, brother.
All
No,
targets?
this all targets. I don't know. They might be drug
Yeah.
dealers.
Seems like we're clear.
They might have
Hold on. I'm
we-
putting myself to charge.
Alright. They might have cocaine on them. They don't know shit.
Are we good? Are we clear?
You're.
Come over.
If you shot that other one, then you're not clear. But if you did, I don't have a full shot on him,
Cross
so
over.
I'd pie.
Hey, right. Do you need
They're clear.
Krabby support or no?
Nah, they just
no,
breached the
we're
room.
good, man. Cover 6.
Alright, cover 6.
You pied? Clear right.
Yeah, we're good. 3.
Two.
We're good to move in 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Go.
Leech.
I'm gonna pie you wide if you can hold that. I'm gonna pie you
Alright,
wide.
caught you. Clear on your right.
Contact.
6.
No, watch it. Fall back. Need to fall back. Bye.
Alright.
Contact. Down. Contact. Down.